Now that you've created your initial schedules and gotten an understanding of the customer experience, we'll take you through the common actions when managing your business using Sawyer. In this training video, we'll explore the ways you can manage your schedule of offerings and learn more about the actions you can take on class rosters. Let's get started by viewing your upcoming calendar. This can be found on the left navigation toolbar by clicking Upcoming. It is also the first page you'll see when you first log into your Sawyer for Business account. We always recommend bookmarking this page for easy access in the future. Here on this page, you'll see the upcoming calendar. Each colored block shown on the calendar represents a published schedule activity. Here you'll see at-a-glance details. The first number shown on the block represents the total number of students registered for the activity. The second number shown will be the total capacity of your activity. This gives you a bird's eye view of your enrollment for each day of the scheduled activity. If you're also using our waitlist functionality and have the waitlist turned on, you'll see a total number of students on the waitlist shown next to the W. If you also use our appointment scheduling option, you'll see booked appointments as white boxes with colorful borders. The Available tab of the upcoming calendar will always show unbooked availability for your appointments. To learn more about appointment availability and other functionality, please review our training video all about appointments or check out our Help Center article on the topic. Let's hop back to Scheduled. On the right-hand side, you'll see 3 different options to view the upcoming calendar. The first is D for Daily. You can use the daily view to see what your schedule looks like on a day-to-day basis. This view also allows you to download a daily roster report. This report can be helpful if you need to export rosters for all activities happening on a specific day. Next, you'll see W for Weekly. You can use the weekly view to see what each week has in store for your business. You can use the arrows to toggle week to week. Here you'll also notice the instructor details and classroom location details. Finally, M for Monthly. You can use the monthly view to see a month's schedule at a glance. This view also allows you to easily see activities that have already happened, as well as which activities are coming up for future months. Any scheduled activity that has already taken place will appear grayed out, as shown on the screen. By default, the calendar will display the current month, week, or day. If your scheduled activities take place in a future month, or you would like to view information from previous months, you can use the arrows next to the current selected day, week, or month to toggle to future or past date ranges as needed. The next time you log in, the calendar will default to the version you last viewed. To change this, you can simply click on the D, W, or M to change your current view. If you have a larger schedule and would like to filter to find specific scheduled activities, click Filters located directly above the calendar view options. This screen allows you to make selections from any of the drop-down menus to easily filter by location, instructor, or activity name. Once you've made your selections, you can click Apply to see the changes. To unfilter your screen, click Filters and clear all filters and Apply to return to an unfiltered view. Now that we've explored all the ways to use your upcoming calendar, next we'll show you how to view and manage your activity rosters. To open an activity roster, you'll scroll to find the specific scheduled activity that you'd like to open. In this example, we'll use the 5 p.m. Young Authors Bookmaking. Once you click, you'll be able to see the scheduled activity roster. Here you'll see more information about the students registered in your activity on the selected date. From here, you'll also be able to place orders for activities on behalf of customers, add students quickly to a roster, message customers, and more. Let's go through each of the roster settings and actions found on this page. Here at the top of the page, you'll see the date, time, location, and instructor details for the activity. You can use the arrow actions Previous Class and Next Class to toggle between past and future dates of the activity. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see Add Student and New Order. While we'll cover these 2 actions in more detail in our upcoming videos, here's an overview of what each function can do from the roster. For Add Student, you'll use this button to quickly add students to a roster without creating an order history or processing a payment. You really should only use this for what-if scenarios or when transitioning first from an old system to Sawyer. More commonly used will be New Order. You'll use this to complete the registration process on behalf of customers. This option creates an order history and allows you to take a payment on a customer's behalf if needed. Next, in this section of the roster, you can communicate internally with your staff using class notes or email customers directly from the roster using our messaging feature. Want to learn more about our messaging feature? Watch our full messaging video where we'll show you all of the functionality around messaging and ways to communicate with customers. Now we'll dive into the 3-dot menu for roster actions found next to message. Click this to learn more. Please note that these actions will only affect the single session that you're interacting with. For example, Monday, December 13th of this roster. On the top here, you'll notice download reports. Here you can download weekly rosters, basic rosters, daily waitlist reports, or free trial reports. Next in the 3-dot menu, you'll see edit session details. Here on this screen, you'll be able to adjust details for this particular day of the scheduled activity. You can edit the date, the time, location, and instructor. Next, you'll see in the 3-dot menu, Edit Activity Details. This will be a shortcut that takes you to the full setup for this scheduled activity. Below Edit Activity Details, you'll find View Semester Summary. This is a shortcut that takes you to the semester summary page for a scheduled activity. Next, you'll see Roster Settings. This controls the global settings that displays which student information is displayed on your rosters. From here, you can select specific form fields as well as customer profile fields to be displayed directly on your activity rosters. Finally, in the 3-dot menu, you'll notice Print Roster. This allows you to print a version of the roster so that your teachers can take paper attendance. On each activity roster, you'll see 3 tabs shown at the top. The first is Booked. This will show a total count of students currently registered for this activity. Below, you'll see the details for each student registered. Under Canceled, you'll see any information for students that were previously registered in this class, but have now canceled or transferred out. Finally, under Waitlist, you'll be able to see a total count of students on the waitlist. You'll also see the details for those students, as well as the date the student was added, located in the right-hand corner. You can click into any student's name to navigate directly to their customer profile and view more information, including order history, booking history, and more connected accounts. This should look familiar to you if you've watched our training on managing customer profiles. Let's hop back to the roster to view more actions. Next to each student's name on the roster, you'll also see a 3-dot or More Options menu. Let's click this menu to review the available options. First, you'll see Transfer Single Date. This allows you to transfer the student from one single date of a roster to another single date of a roster. For example, switching somebody from a Monday to a Tuesday class just for one single date of enrollment. If you need to make a more permanent adjustment to a student's enrollment, select Edit Enrollment. This allows you to edit the student's full enrollment within a semester or camp, or transfer students from a multi-day semester to other multi-day semester activity. Removing from today allows you to remove the student from the current day's roster, whereas remove from entire semester allows you to remove the student from all rosters for the entire semester. Message Student allows you to message the student using the primary and/or secondary contact information on file. View Attendance allows you to view the student's attendance history for this specific activity. For example, in this case, you would be able to view the attendance for all of the Young Authors bookmaking classes for this student. Finally, Order Number. Order Number allows you to view the order history associated with the student's activity purchase. Now that we've covered how to navigate your schedules within Upcoming and view roster details, we'll explore the functionality for messaging, purchasing, and attendance management. Up next, we'll learn all about messaging customers.